Isn't it weird? We are the most advanced we've ever been. Having technologies that enable us to travel the world, to go to space. And we have technology where we can learn about anything we want. So a logical conclusion would be we as a species became more intelligent because we have access to the vast sea of information and knowledge. The reality is, I believe 95% of all people are becoming dumber. And this willingly. How is this happening? First, there is oversaturation with information. Because we have internet, because we have access to the vast sea of the internet, we can learn about anything. And I'm talking about literally almost anything. You can have YouTube videos or tutorials about basically every skill or problem you could ever have. There are thousands, millions of websites, news outlets that talk about news, war, this or that, celebrities, promise, etc. You have basically an infinite amount of information you can acquire through Google or on YouTube, on Twitch or wherever. Because of that, we have too much, we are oversaturated with information. And I tell you why. Because we as human beings strive for information. We love to learn. We love to know more. Because when we know more, we are able to survive better. Or, of course, that's how we survived. A thousand years ago, or a bit longer, we were reliant on new information so we could learn. We could learn about berries that were poisonous or berries that would help us to survive. Or how to create a spear so we can catch a deer. When we were cavemen, we were starving for information so we can learn more, so we can advance more, so we can have a higher survival rate. Now we have too much information. We want to know everything, and because of that, because we want to know everything, because we scan through so many news, because you watch so many videos, because we watch so many movies, we know nothing. We want to know everything, but because of that, we know nothing. What we need to do is we need to restrict ourselves to something we want to actually learn. Because we have unlimited content available to us, we need to cut out something that are distracting. Either we need to cut out information, or we need to cut out YouTube videos that just aren't beneficial. Because if you don't, we know very much about many different things, but just surface level knowledge. Is surface level knowledge good? No, it doesn't help you in any area. If you want to get good at something, you need to get specific and go deeper. And this requires us to limit ourselves to just a certain amount of content or information. If we don't do that, we just become dumber because we become shallow in information. Because of that, we know nothing. The next thing is short form content. Short form content is bad because it trains unfocusedness. Unfocus is the opposite of focus. It's when you switch from one thing to another very rapidly. Instead of focusing on something for a long period of time with focus, unfocus is the opposite. With shorts, you focus on a video not longer than 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. So you're training unfocus with scrolling, with doing multitasking when you be on your phone and watch a movie, when you're multitasking when you watch something on video, when you're eating, etc. You are training unfocus. And unfocus is just not helpful. If you want to get good at anything, you need to be able to focus. If you want to work harder, you need to be able to focus. If you want to learn a language, you need to be able to focus on that. If you want to be able to learn how to play an instrument, you need to be focused. If you want to be able to have a conversation, you need to be able to focus. So, because of short form content, we are fucking up our focus because we are training unfocusedness. On top of that, the things that are on short form content, especially for the younger generation, is so fucked. I mean, I'm not sure how old you are. I'm not sure what you are consuming. But if you ever been on Shorts, Insta Reels or TikTok, then you know there is a rise of brain rot. I mean, I've never watched it, but I heard from a friend that there is Italian brain rot. And holy shit, this is so fucking dumb. Because you make yourself dumber. And I tell yourself exactly why. You probably heard that you are what you eat. And that's true. You are what you eat. Because if you eat shitty food, you become fat, you become unhealthy. If you eat healthy food, if you have a healthy diet, you become more healthy. It is like this, simply. The same applies also, you are what you consume. If you consume shitty brain rot things, if you consume just entertainment stuff and consume shitty, useless, stupid stuff, then you become stupid. It's simple, it works like this. You are what you consume. You are what you eat, but you also are what you consume. And most of you are consuming useless shit. So if you think, oh, why I'm such a loser, or why can't I achieve anything? It's because you consume shitty things. You consume brain rot things. You are pathetic because you watch brain rot. You're making yourself willingly dumber. It's like that. You are consuming stupid shit, so you will become stupid. It's like, it works like this. The next time you watch brain rot things, just know that you are making yourself dumber. You giving yourself a disadvantage in life because you watch some stupid Italian brain rot. If we know you are what you consume, then we can use this to our advantage. If you only read, learn, educate about good things, about things that are important, or that just bring you further, if you just read and learn about, let's say, communications or a topic you want to be interested in, then you will become more intelligent because you are what you consume. And that's fucking awesome. Because if you use this to your advantage, you can become better than the most. Because most people are dumb because they consume shorts, because they consume brain rot. So if you consume good things, if you consume educational things, reading, learning, and educating yourself over and over and over, and if you just limit yourself in these needs, if you just watch videos that are educational, if you just learn that, or if you just read about stuff that is educational, you will become more intelligent, you will become better in that area, and you will become just a better person compared to most people, because they are consuming short form content. The thing is, if you also just stop consuming, if you just simply stop consuming short form content and stop consuming brain rot and stop consuming so many news, you will also just by doing nothing become more intelligent, or are more intelligent, because the most people downgrade themselves. You will have an advantage by simply not doing something that most people do. And that's fucking insane. If you use this to your advantage, you will have such a huge advantage in life. So, if you want to help to stop your phone addiction, to stop your scrolling addiction, so you will have an advantage in life, and then you fill your free time with productive stuff that brings you further in life, because you are what you consume, then click the first link in the description. There is a link to my 5 pillars of quitting that helped me to go from a screen time of over 8 hours each day to now having a screen time of under 2, and filling my new free time with productive things. With my new free time, I improved my body and I went from skinny to muscular. On top of that, I improved my physical and my mental health tremendously. I fixed my poor sleep and now sleep better than 95% of all people. I traveled around in Europe and in Asia. I rediscovered nature and now find the small things in life enjoyable. On top of that, I climbed the highest mountain in Oman. I read around 70 books in German, French and in English. I ran my first competitive 10K and I'm training for a marathon. I started 2 YouTube channels, this one and one in Spanish, and I never spoke a word of Spanish before I started. So I'm learning a new language. I also learned how to play the piano. And most important, I improved my relationship with my family. And if you want to do that and have an advantage in life, then click the first link in the description. Also, if you don't want to have my way, then just take this little caveat. If you find another way to stop scrolling, stop your phone addiction, then do it, because you will have an advantage compared to most people by simply doing something not. And that's fucking insane. On that note, click the link in the description or don't. That's fine with me. With that said, have a great day, sleep well, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.